Hello YouTube, this is ChardarYuGiOh with a YGO Omega daily duel video, playing a little more Dinomorphia. We had some success with this deck on Friday, so we're going to try it again. Opponent is being a little slow with the rock, paper, scissors. Or Omega is being slow with the rock, paper, scissors. Huh. Okay, here we go. Getting our game started, standby main. Opponent gets to go first, activates right. So one of the very serious flaws with this deck is it's kind of horrible going second, more so than most other trap decks. Oh god, opponent has right and Lampseas. Well, cross our fingers, Torrential is really good, I think. The good news is, or I suppose, good news is used a little loosely here, but the not horrible news is Battle Butler is pretty bad against our deck. So opponent has Fansies, Meowmoo, Adventurer token, searches Dracoback, discards Dracoback, equips Dracoback. Not even really 100% sure why this deck, why this card sees so much play, but much better players than me have it in their deck. So they know something I don't. Doodle-doo comes out. But I very very sincerely believe that this Prank Kids deck is the best deck of the format. It's just so hard to interact with because it plays on so many different levels, where it has this crazy link combo that makes an unbreakable board in the Battle Butler with negates and then chain blocks just about every step of the way. So the Prank Kids combo is pretty good on its own, but Fateful chain blocking the first Prank Kid so you can't ash it, which was traditionally the weakness of Prank Kids decks, plus Griffin giving you negate every step after that. Opponent also has the place. So we are all in on resolving Torrential Tribute, I think. Duel is a Thunder. None of these are, yeah, Thunder, Rock. I was hoping something's a Winged Beast. So I think what we need to do is bait our opponent into letting us use Torrential and then strike the Griffin. But then our opponent still has a full hand. I'm not sure there's a way we win this going second, but we will try. Opponent makes the Bow Wow bark, activates the Roxy's. Banish a good card, maybe? Opponent is actually taking a minute to think on what they want to banish. Banishes Lampseas. This is our opponent's name, ironically, Retro Nostalgia Yugioh. Summons Dropsies. Link summons into Anaconda. Well, Ice Prison is really strong against Phoenix Enforcer, but Phoenix Enforcer can also wreck our back row before we get to use it. Dumps Fusion Destiny, dumps Dasher Celestial, summons Phoenix Enforcer. Like, how do you possibly beat this board? Sets probably Prank Kids Pandemonium. End phase trigger Pranks, shuffle it all back, do it again next turn. I guess something else worth noting is our opponent doesn't have enough monster zones to summon all their Prank Kids when they fusion summon. Shuffles back, draws a card, activates Phoenix Enforcer. On their turn, blows up Verte and Phoenix Enforcer, playing around Super Poly. Standby, Phoenix Enforcer comes back. Say my main. Activate Prosperity, banish 3. Dark seems decent. Anaconda seems okay. Probably going down Logia, Dolka, 1 Ketragina. Banish 3. Does our opponent have an Ash? Ooh, Imperm is not bad. Take Imperm. Put 2 back. Opponent knows we're playing Dinomorphia, sadly. Activate Imperm, target the Phoenix Enforcer. Does our opponent want to blow up 2 of their own cards? They do. Activates Phoenix Enforcer. Blows up our Imperm and Phoenix Enforcer. Normal summon Therizia. Activate the effect of Therizia. Opponent might let this go just because their cards are so much better than ours. Opponent really thinking if they want to negate this Therizia. We're pretty okay with it if they do. Like, we're torrentialing anyway, so we're not going to be... Okay, opponent is going to let us do it. Set domain. Is opponent going to fusion summon? They're thinking about it. Opponent, please make a play. Okay, they decide not to. We set Solemn Judge. So this is 100% the Prank Kids fusion spell, but we're going to set our least important back row there just in case it's an Imperm. It's definitely not an Imperm. Set, 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 set. Attempt to pass the turn. Opponent activates Pandemonium. Does some fusion summoning. Summons Weather Washer. Activates Place. Activates Fansies. Activates Dropsies. Gains 1,000. Summons Roxy's. Dumps Place. Summons Lampsies. Pumps their stuff. Go to battle. Attack the Lampsies because we can. Alright, Lampsies down. Turn on all chain because we want to use our opponent's draw phase. End phase. Draw phase. Opponent does get priority. They have some quick effect to contribute the Weather Washer. We will activate Ice Dragon's Prison, summon Phoenix Enforcer. Opponent chains Griffin. We chain Strike. Blow up the Griffin. Summon Destroyer Phoenix. Standby phase. Opponent has to special summon. Where is our opponent's Dasher? Opponent activates Draco back, targeting our Torrential. That's really bad for us. Okay. Torrential down. It's like if they put back Phoenix Enforcer, we're very okay with that. Opponent thinking through their options, summons a unicorn. Unicorn's good. Effective unicorn. Target the domain, please. We really need you to target domain. Targets Therizia. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, Therizia back in the deck. Probably go back to on-chain. Opponent banishes Water Enchantress. Searches another right. To my knowledge, the second right doesn't do anything if you have the Adventurer token already. Opponent activates Fateful Adventure. Searches another Enchantress. Discards the right. Okay, so the second right is discard fodder. They special summon the Enchantress. Sure. Link summons into access code. We will activate Solemn Judgment. Definitely negating that summon. Opponent switches the token to attack. Goes to battle. Attacks the Phoenix Enforcer, which means they get to activate it. Token is not destroyed because it's equipped. Activates Destroyer Phoenix. Passes. Activates Pranks. Alright, we will see what we draw, but we're pretty close to scooping this up. Our deck is already really bad going second, and we're playing against basically the best board in the format. Yeah, second domain isn't doing it. Good news is we do get to go first, and our side deck should be pretty good. Bring in Sanctums, bring in Scythes. What do we cut? Imperm is pretty bad against this deck. And one of the Torrential's pretty good. Go on a Sonic. Try it like that. We get to go first. This hand is okay. Activate Fossil Dig. Grab Therizia. Normal Therizia. Activate Effect. Set domain. Activate Prosperity for 3. Probably not summon Yugioh. Those are good going first cards. I don't know. We barely use our extra deck. Probably doesn't matter. Cut. Banish 3. We have alert, domain, grab Ice Dragon's Prison, 2 back to the bottom, activate Fusion Destiny. We have our own Phoenix Enforcer this time. Dump 2, summon Destroyer Phoenix. Set 1. Set 2. Set 3. Pass the turn. Alright, now opponent has to play through our own board. Stand by. Opponent has Twin Twisters. Twin Twisters is really good against us because Domain has the clause that can only be used in the main phase. And our opponent knows which one it is. Pitches a Veiler. Opponent doesn't even care about Domain, and we have no Dinomorphia in the grave to trigger alert. Sure. The opponent has another Twin Twisters. That's painful. Opponent activates Enchantress. Sure. It's almost like offensive that our opponent doesn't. They know where our domain is and they don't even care, because ChardarYGO is just like so underpowered compared to Rite of Aramesser. Opponent gets a token. Gets a token and goes straight to battle? Okay. No Fateful Adventure for you? Is that a misclick? Well, we're going to activate Destroyer Phoenix, blow up itself and the token, activate Destroyer Phoenix. Where is our opponent's Fateful Adventure? Main phase 2. Okay, so they have Fateful Adventure. That's okay. They activate Fateful Adventure. Searches up another Enchantress. Discards another Veiler. I am very confused by our opponent's hand. Opponent normals an Enchantress. Activates Fateful Adventure. Searches Draco back. Okay. Attempts to leave main phase. We're gonna pay half our life and summon ChardarYGO, because that's what our deck does. Dump deck. Misclick. Misclicks. So you can use the one on the field, but you shouldn't. Banish domain. Summon another ChardarYGO. Dump Therizia. Dump Diplos. So be careful if you're playing this deck. Be careful not to click the one on the field. All right, we are still in main phase. We have 2 ChardarYGOs. Opponent has a Draco back, an Enchantress, and I don't know where their Griffin could possibly be. We summon back Destroyer Phoenix. We activate ChardarYGO, banish Alert, summon Diplos and Therizia, activate Therizia, and opponent scoops it up. Okay, so opponent was super dead there, but I have so many questions about what they were doing on their turn. So go down, the artifacts aren't good going. Second, none of these cards. Bring in draw. Go down the judgments. Bring in draw. Bring in Dark Ruler. Bring in Mystic Mind. Bring in Imperms. Go down many trap cards. Well, maybe keep Torrentials, because Torrential is decent under mine. So we can, our opponent makes a whole board, we activate mine, then Torrential, clear their board. That doesn't answer Phoenix Enforcer. No, well, we'll run it like that. We have many toxic cards. We have no hand traps, but we do have a Dark Ruler, so go off opponent, activates right, summons a token, activates Fateful Adventure. So this is what I expect this deck to do. Activates Fateful Adventure right away. Gets a Griffin, discards. Thinking of what to discard. Discards Nib. Why in the world would you have Nib in against Dinomorphia in game 3? Alright, normals Veiler, not a Prank Kid, which is huge. Searches Draco back, makes a Link Spider, gets rid of the token without summoning the Griffin. Summons Anaconda. Pays 2,000. Dumps Fusion Destiny. Dumps the Destiny Heroes. Summons Phoenix Enforcer. Activates Phoenix Enforcer. Blows up Berta and Phoenix Enforcer. So we have Dark Ruler, but we don't have any way to capitalize on it. Summons Phoenix Enforcer, sure. Activate Prosperity, banish 3. Logia, Dolka. Dark could come up. Dark could be really good here. Selene. Reveal a bunch of not amazing cards. Grab Fossil Dig. Put back. Not yet. Activate Fossil Dig. Search Gilosaurus. Activate Dark Ruler no more. Special Gilosaurus, not as good going second. Opponent gets something back. Summons Nibiru. That's cute. Normal Diplos. Do we want to dump a Dinomorphia card? I don't even know if we do. Let's not. We don't want to get Ghost Ogred. Summon Anaconda. Pay 2,000, dump a Fusion Destiny. Oh, opponent. No. Rude. Set Domain. Set Brute. Set Ice Dragon's Prison. Turn on all chain. Go to the end phase. Draw phase. So if we activate Ice Dragon's Prison, the opponent just blows up the Phoenix Enforcer. So I think we have to wait. Hope our opponent activates the Phoenix Enforcer. Opponent activates Water Enchantress. Sure. Gets right. Activates right. Summons a token. Activates Griffin. So I think it's now or never. Activate Domain. Pay 3,000. Please activate Destroyer Phoenix. Opponent. This might actually be okay. Alright, opponent is nice enough to activate Destroyer Phoenix. We activate Ice Dragon's Prison. Summon Celestial. Summon Celestial. Banish DPE and Celestial. We summon... Okay, we lose Brute. Summon... Ketragina. Dump. summon Katragina. Now there's no way we win without our opponent just attacking over the Anaconda, right? Opponent has Draco back in hand anyway. That is the game. Well, we made that closer than made that closer than I expected to be after game one. GG opponent. I think there was definitely a power level difference, but like this didn't feel hopeless. Like we had some game against them. So GG opponent. We'll be back after this deck gets some more support.